If you're waiting for your Social Security check this month, you need to watch this video right now because there are critical dates you cannot afford to miss. Missing just one detail about the February 2026 payment schedule could mean confusion, delays, or worse, thinking something went wrong with your benefits when everything is actually running on schedule. Stay with me for the next few minutes because I'm breaking down everything you need to know about when your money is coming and why timing matters more than ever. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, I'm glad you found us. This is your go-to source for clear, accurate Social Security information without the confusion and jargon. I know how important these payments are to millions of Americans. They're not just numbers on a screen, they represent your ability to pay rent, buy groceries, cover medications, and live with dignity after years of hard work. That's why I take this responsibility seriously and make sure you get the facts you need when you need them. So let's dive straight into the February 2026 Social Security payment schedule and make sure you know exactly when to expect your money. First, let me explain how the Social Security Administration structures these payments, because understanding the system is crucial to knowing when your specific payment will arrive. The SSA doesn't just send out all 67 million payments on the same day. That would create chaos for banks, the financial system, and beneficiaries alike. Instead, they use a carefully organized schedule based on specific criteria, and once you understand this system, you'll always know when to expect your payment. The payment schedule is primarily based on two factors: when you started receiving benefits and your birth date. Yes, your birth date actually determines your payment date, which surprises many people when they first learn about it. This system has been in place for years and creates an orderly flow of payments throughout the month, preventing the banking system from being overwhelmed and ensuring everyone gets their money reliably. Let's start with the group that receives payments first every single month: those who began receiving Social Security benefits before May 1997, and those who receive both Social Security and Supplemental Security Income, which is SSI. If you fall into either of these categories, your payment comes on the third day of every month, regardless of your birth date. This is the earliest payment group, and it's been this way for decades. So for February 2026, if you're in this group, your payment date is February 3rd. Mark that on your calendar right now, Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026. Now, what if February 3rd falls on a weekend or federal holiday? This is an important question because the SSA has a clear policy. If your scheduled payment date falls on a Saturday, Sunday, or federal holiday, your payment comes on the last business day before that date. So you'd actually get paid early, which is good news. For February 2026, the 3rd falls on a Tuesday, so there's no adjustment needed. Your payment arrives exactly on schedule. Now let's talk about the majority of Social Security recipients: those who started receiving benefits after May 1997. Your payment schedule is based on your birth date, and payments are distributed over 3 weeks of the month. This is where paying attention to the details really matters because your specific birth date determines your specific payment week. Here's how it breaks down. If you were born between the 1st and the 10th of any month, your Social Security payment arrives on the second Wednesday of each month. For February 2026, that's Wednesday, February 11th. If you were born between the 11th and the 20th of the month, your payment comes on the third Wednesday. That's Wednesday, February 18th for February 2026. And if you were born between the 21st and the 31st, your payment arrives on the fourth Wednesday of the month, which is Wednesday, February 25th for this coming February. Notice that all these payments fall on Wednesdays. That's intentional and consistent. The SSA uses Wednesdays for these staggered payments to create predictability and routine. Once you know which Wednesday is yours, you can plan your entire month around it. You'll know when bills can be paid, when you can schedule appointments, when you can go grocery shopping. It creates financial stability through predictability. Let me give you some real-world examples to make this crystal clear. Let's say you were born on March 7th, 1958. That birth date falls between the 1st and 10th, so your payment arrives on the second Wednesday of every month. For February 2026, you're getting paid on February 11th, or maybe you were born on December 15th, 1962. That's between the 11th and 20th, so your payment comes on the third Wednesday, February 18th in this case. One more example. If your birthday is August 28th, 1955, you're in the 21st through 31st group, so your payment date is the fourth Wednesday, February 25th. Now let's talk about a really important topic that causes confusion every single month: direct deposit versus paper checks. The vast majority of Social Security recipients, we're talking about over 98%, receive their payments through direct deposit or loaded onto a direct express debit card. This is by far the fastest, safest, and most reliable method. When your payment date arrives, the money is electronically transferred to your bank account, usually showing up in the early morning hours. Many people wake up on their payment day and check their account to find the money already there. But what if you're one of the few people still receiving paper checks? First, I need to tell you that the SSA strongly encourages everyone to switch to electronic payment. Paper checks can get lost in the mail, stolen from mailboxes, damaged or delayed due to postal service issues. However, if you're still receiving a paper check, you need to understand that your check is mailed several days before your scheduled payment date, so that it arrives around that time. This means there can be variability. Some people get their checks a day or two early, others might receive them a day or two late, depending on mail delivery in their area. If you're still on paper checks and want to switch to direct deposit, it's incredibly easy. You can call the Social Security Administration, visit your local Social Security office, or even set it up online through your My Social Security account. Trust me, making this switch will eliminate so much stress and uncertainty from your life. Let's address something that worries people every single month. What if your payment doesn't show up on your scheduled date? First, don't panic. There are several legitimate reasons why you might not see your payment exactly when expected. If you have direct deposit, check your account in the morning of your payment date. Sometimes banks process deposits at different times, so if it's not there at 6 a.m., it might appear by noon. Give it until the end of the business day. If your payment still hasn't arrived by the end of your payment date, wait one additional business day before contacting the SSA. Why? Because sometimes there are minor processing delays that resolve themselves within 24 hours. However, if it's been 2 business days past your scheduled payment date and you still don't have your money, then it's definitely time to contact Social Security. You can call their national helpline at 1-800-772-1213. Yes, wait times can be long, but this is important enough to stay on hold. Before you call, have your Social Security number ready, your bank account information if you use direct deposit, and any relevant documentation. The representative will be able to look up your payment status and tell you exactly what's happening. In most cases, these issues are resolved quickly, but you need to be your own advocate and follow up persistently. Now let's talk about SSI payments, which is supplemental security income. This is different from regular Social Security retirement or disability benefits. SSI is a needs-based program for people with limited income and resources who are elderly, blind, or disabled. If you receive SSI, your payment schedule is different from what I've described so far. SSI payments always come on the first of the month. So for February 2026, SSI recipients should receive their payment on February 1st. However, here's where it gets interesting with SSI. If the first of the month falls on a weekend or holiday, SSI payments come on the last business day of the previous month. So if March 1st, 2026 falls on a Sunday, you'd actually get your March SSI payment on Friday, February 27th. This early payment system for SSI is designed to ensure beneficiaries aren't left without funds over a weekend. Some people receive both regular Social Security and SSI. This is called concurrent benefits. If that's you, you'll receive 2 separate payments: your SSI payment on the first of the month and your Social Security payment on the third of the month if you qualified before May 1997, or on one of the Wednesdays based on your birth date if you qualified after May 1997. Let me address another common question. Will there be a cost of living adjustment affecting payments in February 2026? The annual COLA, or cost of living adjustment, always takes effect in January, not February. So whatever COLA was applied for 2026 would have started with your January payment. Your February payment will be the same amount as January unless there's been some other change to your individual situation, like a change in your Medicare Part B premium, which is deducted from your Social Security payment. Speaking of Medicare premiums, this is crucial information that catches people off guard. If you're enrolled in Medicare Part B, the premium is automatically deducted from your Social Security payment. For 2026, you need to check what your specific Part B premium is, as it can vary based on your income. Higher income beneficiaries pay higher premiums through what's called IRMA, or Income Related Monthly Adjustment Amount. These premiums are based on your tax return from 2 years prior, so your 2026 premiums are based on your 2024 tax return. Let me give you a planning strategy that can make your financial life so much easier. Once you know your exact payment date each month, set up automatic bill payments for a day or two after your Social Security arrives. This ensures the money is in your account before bills are paid, preventing overdraft fees and late payment penalties. Create a simple budget calendar that shows your payment date and then lists out all your monthly expenses in order of priority. Essential items like rent, utilities, and medications should be paid first, right after your payment arrives. Another pro tip: if you can, try to build up even a small buffer in your checking account, maybe $50 or $100. This cushion protects you from bank fees if something unexpected happens, like a bill coming out a day earlier than expected. I know building up savings is hard on a fixed income, but even setting aside $5 or $10 from each payment can build up this protective buffer over time. Let's talk about something that doesn't happen often, but is important to understand. What if the Social Security Administration makes a mistake with your payment? It's rare, but it does happen. Maybe you receive too much, too little, or no payment at all. If you receive more than you should, do not spend it. The SSA will eventually discover the overpayment and will require you to pay it back. Contact them immediately to report the overpayment and set up a repayment plan. If you receive less than expected or no payment, document everything and contact the SSA right away. Keep records of all your communications, including dates, times, and the names of representatives you speak with. You should also regularly check your My Social Security account online. This free account gives you access to your payment history, benefit verification letters, and the ability to update certain information. If you haven't created an account yet, go to ssa.gov and set one up. It's secure, it's free, and it gives you 24/7 access to your information without having to call or visit an office. Here's something else worth mentioning: tax time. Your Social Security benefits might be taxable depending on your total income. Every January, you'll receive a Social Security benefit statement, also called a SSA 1099, which shows how much you received in benefits the previous year. You'll need this form to file your taxes. If you have a My Social Security account, you can access this form online, which is faster than waiting for it in the mail. For those of you helping elderly parents or relatives manage their Social Security, make sure you understand the Representative Payee Program. If someone is unable to manage their own benefits due to mental or physical limitations, the SSA can appoint a representative payee to receive and manage the benefits on their behalf. This is a legal arrangement with specific responsibilities, and the representative payee must use the funds only for the beneficiary's needs. Looking ahead beyond February, the payment schedule works exactly the same way every single month. Once you've identified which group you're in, whether that's the third of the month group or one of the Wednesday groups based on your birth date, that remains your payment date month after month, year after year, unless the date falls on a weekend or holiday. This consistency is actually one of the great features of the Social Security system. You can plan your entire year once you understand your schedule. So let me recap the February 2026 payment schedule one final time to make sure we're all on the same page. If you started receiving benefits before May 1997, or you receive both Social Security and SSI, your payment arrives on Tuesday, February 3rd. If you were born between the 1st and 10th and started benefits after May 1997, you're paid on Wednesday, February 11th. Born between the 11th and 20th, Wednesday, February 18th. Born between the 21st and 31st, Wednesday, February 25th. And SSI recipients get paid on February 1st. I want to emphasize one final point. If you ever have questions or concerns about your Social Security payments, don't hesitate to reach out to the SSA. Yes, phone wait times can be frustrating, and yes, offices can be busy, but this is your money that you earned through years of hard work. You have every right to get answers and make sure everything is correct. Don't let confusion or uncertainty keep you from getting the help you need. All right, that's everything you need to know about the Social Security payment schedule for February 2026. I hope this video has given you complete clarity about when your payment is coming and how the system works. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button. It really helps this video reach more people who need this information. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss important updates about Social Security, Medicare, and other benefits that affect your financial security. Drop a comment below and let me know which payment date group you're in, or share any questions you still have. I read every single comment and I'm here to help. I'll see you in the next video with more essential information to help you navigate your benefits with confidence. Until then, take care and make sure you've marked those payment dates on your calendar.